Welcome, Booster Gold GG fans. I appreciate you tuning in and bearing with us today. I know there is a lot of technical difficulties that have been happening. I apologize. We're into it now. We got the deck built. So we're going to start the recording over for all of you live watchers. I appreciate holding in there. We're going to go back to it. Start recording. Give me 1 second here.
Whoa, I mean, my iPhone 15, but that amazing camera, I wish my family had.
Welcome, Booster Gold GG fans. Today is recording. We are also live. Today we are going into more Lorcana. We love the game. I really enjoy playing it. It's a game that does get, you can't play for like 8-9 hours at a time, right? Because there's only 2 sets out there right now. But what you can do is you can have a great time playing the game for as many hours as you can until you start to feel like, okay, I want to move on to something else, because it's the same thing over and over and over again. Good news is for Lorcana fans, Set 3 comes out early March, end of February, beginning of March. I can't remember the exact date, but Set 3 looks to bring a lot of new, great, innovative things to the game, including a whole new card mechanic called locations. Vaguely familiar with how those are going to work, but we're not going to go into that today. We'll talk about that more on a future stream. For now, we're going to go into some deck building and design and a little bit of grind. So if you've been following the game at all or played competitively at all, you've probably seen your fair share of Ruby Amethyst decks, aka red, purple. They're dominating all formats right now. Well, there's only one format, so only one thing for them to dominate. But yeah, you'll see, if you take a look at top 8s, at least 50% or more of top 8s are Ruby Amethyst decks. And so it's definitely your tier 1 deck, and I think it's there by itself. There's some decks that come close to it, but I think those are still tier 2. In your tier 2 bracket, you got a lot of Amber Steel decks. You've got Amber Amethyst, and you've even got Amber Ruby. You've got Ruby Sapphire, which is blue-red, and then Sapphire Steel are your 2 bigger control decks in the under bracket. Sapphire has a lot of good card drawing abilities and ramp. So I particularly, out of those, I prefer the Sapphire Steel decks, because you can use the ramp abilities. It empties your hand while you're putting everything in the ink, and then you cast a whole new world to fill your hand back up, and you just go to town. You keep control of the board seat that way. But as much as I like that deck, you just can't overlook the fact that Ruby Amethyst is absolutely tier 1 and is hard to beat. So, and that's because of its consistency. Right now there's just not a lot of cards to choose from, so hopefully the 3rd set gives some of the other colors that consistency, that power level that you're looking for, have it a little bit more competitive, but time will tell. Today we want to look at a deck that you don't see a lot of, and I'm a little confused on why, because the cards are very good. The interactions are really good, and that is Ruby Steel. You don't see a lot of red and gray out there. So we're going to take a look at 2 versions of the deck. One I already have built and prepared for you. It's more of a mid-range control deck. It's going to focus on controlling the board and then finishing it late. And then we're going to build the 2nd deck here in just a second, after I show you the mid-range control deck and how it goes. Our 2nd deck is going to be pretty fun. It's going to be a Scar-based deck. I'll explain to that here in just a moment. So let's look at the Ruby ruby orange, ruby gray card. Blah, 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 get it all out. All right, now we can talk right. So, Minnie Mouse and Simba are your 1-drops. We've got 3 Simbas and 4 Minnie Mouse. We're going 7 1-drops instead of your typical 8. Our 2-drops are Teeth and Ambitions. We're only playing 2 of them. We're only running 4 Minnie Mouse at 1-drop. So on 2 we can kill a 1-drop like your, what's your name, Lilo or Maleficent. Those 1-drops that quest for 2 Lord, keep those at bay. And then we've got 2 Cinderellas. They're inkable, but they do allow us to adjust our hands a little bit if we need to, which comes into play. You draw a card, discard a card. And then we've got 4 Prince Erics. Again, that early game control with Challenger +2. So we're going to keep the board steady to where we can keep up with the aggro decks. In our 3-drop spots, we've got 3 Minnie Mouse instead of your typical 4. We're only running 3, and then we're running 2 Benjis because he banishes items. He's like a disenchant, one of very few in the game. And then we've got 3 Smash. I'm actually what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go to, do I want, yeah, because 4-drop spot, we've got 3 Beast and 2 Pongo, so we don't really want to cut a 4-drop. 5-drops, we've got 2 Goofy, 3 Maui, and we've got 4 Beasts, or 3 Beasts, excuse me. I think I'm going to go down to 2 Smash and up to 3 Benjis. Yes, I like that. I like Benji. I like Benji a lot. So let's go 3-drop here. Sorry, minor tweak there, and then we'll test it out and we'll see, because I'm seeing more and more items, and I like that Benji deals with them. He's the only thing on our deck that deals with them. We have a lot of creature control, so I think going down to 2 Smash and 3 Benji is right. Halftime, by the way, in the Tampa Bay Lions game, we are 10-10 and we have a monster game. I need David Montgomery, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Laporta, and Mike Evans to all score touchdowns in the second half. I need you guys to cheer for me and cheer for that to happen, because I'm trying to win $90,000 on DraftKings sports bets. They do not sponsor the streams. However, I love DraftKings platform and the way they make it simple to place bets and easy to win if you know what you're doing. And you're not crazy like me and put in unrealistic bets that only hit once in like every 100 bets, but they pay big time. So back to it, sorry. Off trap on NFL. That happens when you're live. See, on the recording I can actually edit this. Let's go 4-drops now. We've got, again, we've got 2 Pongo, we've got 3 Beasts. So we've only got 5 4-drops in the deck, which should be fine because we can cast our 3 drops on turn 4 or skip turn 4 altogether and be fine with this deck. Because 5 is where our deck starts to take off. On 5, we've got 2 Goofies. He is our evasive controller. He's basically coming down, and you're going to use him to attack and clear the board of any evasive creatures, or you're just going to use him late to quest for 2. Maui, we've got 3 Mauis. Most of the time I prefer 4 Mauis, but we're going 3 Maui and 4 Lady Tremaines instead of the opposite in this deck. Interesting choice. We might have to tweak that a little bit. So we got 5 Mauis, and then we've got 4 Beasts. I love this card. I think he's going to be staple in anything steel you're going to run 4 of. He draws you extra cards at your turn. He's a 3/5. If he does take damage, then he's attacking for 7. So he can, if they play like a Cinderella for some reason, or they attack into him, they're typically going to trade or they're going to attack into him to keep you from drawing extra cards, so he will turn into 2-for-1s or much more if you're drawing the cards off him. We've got 3 whole new worlds instead of 4. It's uninkable. We are playing a good amount of uninkable cards. We'll count those up here in a second. We're 3 here, not 4, like a lot of your decks. We're not Ruby, so we're not emptying our, we are Ruby. We're not Sapphire, so we're not emptying our hands to ramp or anything like that. So whole new worlds are not going to get played as often because we're going to have cards in our hand that we're not going to want to get rid of. A whole new world is strictly a late game card in this deck. We will probably end up cutting down to 2 of them if they even make the deck at all. At 6, we've got 4 Lady Tremaines. Love this card. Top 5 removal in the game, in my opinion. I love her, love her, love her. And then we've got 4 Tinkerbells. Tinkerbell is huge. Her ability when she comes into play is going to kill anything early. There's a lot of aggro decks that only have 1 toughness, so a lot of things she is going. Oh yeah, we forgot the 2 grab the sword. We're only playing 2 grab the swords in this deck because we are playing 4 be prepared, which we'll go into next. So Tinkerbells, that's our 6 drops. And then above 6, we've got 4 be prepared, which is your Wrath of God, your main removal spell. It's going to clear the board, allow you to play one of your late game characters and just start take control. We've got 1 Mickey Mouse. I had this at 2 originally. I think he's a great finisher that people are overlooking quite a bit. And then we've got 4 Maleficent, which is absolutely, hands down, the best removal late game creature in the game. If you get deep, there is nothing you can play after 9 ink that is better than Maleficent, in my opinion. And I think she's proven herself. That's the deck. I almost want to try and go up an extra grab your swords. Maybe we cut the whole new world for the 3rd grab your swords, but we're going to play the deck first and see how it feels. So we are going to call this booster control. And again, not a net deck, something we're testing out. We're going to make 1 more deck and then we're going to get into the gameplay. Okay, this deck is going to be based on a card that I like a lot. Let's take the filters off. We'll start in red. So the base of this deck is going to be around. Where are you, Shere Khan? Shere Khan, 3 drop, 3/3. Whenever one of your characters challenges another character, gain 1 more. So we are going to go with 4 Shere Khans, and we are going to build the deck around this concept. So we are looking for cards with Reckless, cards with a big butt, and things that attack. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go through and we're going to look for cards that gain more when they banish characters, which I've seen a few. Aladdin is one. During your turn, whenever this character banishes another character, any challenge, you gain 2 lore and each opponent loses 2 lore. So we were going to go 4 big Aladdin, and if you're having big Aladdin in your deck, you're going to want little Aladdin so you can shift into them. So when this Aladdin comes into play, each opponent loses 1 lore, so he's going to be a 3-drop Aladdin. It is going to be absolutely necessary. 7-drop Hook is not bad. Again, I'll explain to you, if this game introduces sideboard, cards like this are designed for sideboard. We're not going to play him main deck in even this because he's not going to make the cut. He's 7 and he's uninkable. If most of your late game cards you want to be inkable so you can put them in your inkwell and they're not sitting in your hand. However, if we're playing against the evasive decks, he's great because while he's exerted, opposing characters with evasive gain reckless, which means they have to attack into your characters, or at least attack into Hook until he's dead. And he's got a 5 ass with 5 power, so he is at least getting 2 for 1 out of it. We can go ahead and put Maui in the deck because we know he's making this, even though we're looking for the ones with lore right now. We know that Maui is probably one of the best cards around Shere Khan because he's got Reckless and Rush, 6/5, he's attacking things. He's not doing anything but attacking things. So, let's look here. Yes, what else gains lore when they attack? Tango each opponent loses 1 lore, no. Okay. I think that is it. More. I think there was something else. Raya is one we're going to take a look at for this deck, but I'll explain it to you here in just a little bit. Long. Rush for 3. No, that's not what we're looking for. She might make the cut. Scar is probably going to make the cut.
Look, this is playoff football. I mean, that's what it is. This is as good as it gets. We knew they weren't going to come in here and lay down.
Alright, so I know Steel had some, so let's look at Steel really quick and see. I know there was Simba.
They got the best of us there. We got to go out and get a 3 and out, or we need a takeaway here, and we'll get the momentum right back.
2 quarters to decide if you're going to the NFC.
Tika was one. This Simba right here. During your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge game or more. So he says specifically your turn, so he has to be the challenger. Aladdin says during your turn too. So if it didn't say during your turn, you would even gain the lore if they were banishing. So even Tika says during your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenging game to lore. So what's interesting about these is none of them overlap really in casting costs. So you're curving with these. You've got a 5-drop, a 6-drop, and a 7-drop option that all make Shere Khan better. I think that's the only characters. Beast protects them whenever one of your other characters would be dealt damage. Put that many damage counters on this character instead. So this Beast might be played in this. But we're going to see. We're going to take a look. Okay. Mari's probably going to make the cut in this deck. I think that's the only characters. Okay, so those are the characters that you gain lore off of attacking. Now let's look at cards in general that are creatures that benefit from attacking or can only attack or attack good. And by attack good, I mean they will typically attack something and live and be able to attack again. So we've already got Maui in here. Let's be honest, Maleficent is probably going to make the card cut regardless just because removal. Gaston has Reckless, but he's only got a 2-ass, so he's really only attacking something once. However, with the 4 power, he's going to make the cut more often than Queen does, because Queen only is a 2/2 that does the same thing. So let's throw Gaston's in here as our 2-drop option. Lafau is interesting because he allows you to challenge twice. When he comes into play, you ready a character and they can't quest for the rest of the turn. So I think Lafoy makes the cut in this. Well, we'll make cuts here in a moment. Pongo is a good 4-drop, 2/3 evasive. Again, he's going to attack an evasive character and probably live with 3 toughness. But let's actually just keep looking. Mulan. During your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, your other characters gain +1 star or 1 lore. So she's interesting at 5 because she is going to increase their questing, and a lot of our characters in here are not going to have a significant quest ability, so she might make the cut at 5.
Mishandled by White. It's 2 yards there as Derek Barnes is waiting for the tackle.
Tika Reckless, 6 drop, not really. I mean, he only costs 1 more than Maui, and he's basically Maui on crack because he's got 1 more toughness and 1 more power, but he's uninkable. Maui is inkable. That's what makes him so good. I think we're going to have a lot of 6 drops in this deck because we're going to definitely play cards like Cinderella. It's just better than him. So let's keep looking for the creatures, and then we'll go to our spells. So 1 drops like Hook are really good. With Challenger 2, he's encouraged to challenge things. Pay this character and return an action card. So he's not going to get played. There's another disenchant that I didn't really pay attention to, but he costs 5. So I think Benji's still the way to go there. Captain Hook, decent sideboard option, Challenger 3, 5 toughness, characters 3 cost or less, can't challenge this character. Might play a couple hooks. I don't know, let's see where we're at. We're looking at creatures. 2 drops, we've got Gaston already and Lafau, that's 8. We could go another with Prince Eric. Not sure. Prince Eric's a good option. Let's keep him in mind. Tink at 6. I think we still want Tink. She gets a perk from challenging, and she does 1 damage to these when she comes in, so she's just really good. Smash is a good spell, but again, we're trying to go creature heavy because we're going to want to challenge a lot with this deck. Lady Tremaine is something that I would not normally ever overlook in any Ruby deck, except for this one. We're not trying to remove their characters by just playing a card. We're trying to remove their characters by challenging. However, Lady Tremaine might still make the cut because there might be things we can't attack into, and we can attack into everything else, and Lady Tremaine can take care of what we can't attack into. But we're playing Tink and Tika, I think, are both going to make the cut. Tika definitely, Tink possibly, because Tink is inkable and she still kills things. So let's see, Minnie Mouse Evasive, 1-3, not great. Has Rush, 4-3 on 4. We're light on 4 drops. Mulan might make it simply because she's a 4 drop. She's not inkable, but let's see here. Rhea, during your turn, whenever this character banishes another character, any challenger may ready this character, and she can't quest for the rest of the turn. Decent 3 drop. We've got Shere Khan Aladdin at 3 right now. This Rhea, whenever this character challenges a damaged character, she takes no damage. So you could go Rhea, Tinkerbell, and then she can challenge without taking damage. Not bad. Might be something we look at.
I bought 3 of the same jacket to get the 4th free.
My subscriber get a deal on these memory supplements, then forgot to cancel.
Well, recognizing a bad deal is a part of
Let's
the
keep
game.
looking first.
Yes, Eva, would you like to share your breakthrough? I got AT&T's best deal on the new Samsung
Beast.
Galaxy
We
S22
want
Plus.
4 beasts
And
at
got
5.
2.4.
We're really 5 heavy, but this beast draws us cards. I mean, right now, our 5 drops, we're at 16 5 drops. That's a lot.
Honey. NyQuil Severe Honey. Powerful.
We're not playing a lot of songs in this, even though she's really good.
The Honeylicious nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching.
Again, the shift 5, that makes us
You'll love this.
That's a
So
lot of
much
5
space.
drops. I don't
Wait
think
till
this
you see
Cinderella
the
makes it.
kitchen.
I don't think she makes the cut. I
Another
don't know
door.
yet. 2 drops we can
Another door.
afford. One more 2
Really
drop.
get
We
lost
can
in
play
this
Cinderella
place.
and Cinderella, but we'll see.
Oh boy.
Let's keep looking.
Where's the kitchen?
Is this a bedroom?
At least we can bundle our home and car insurance
Shift
with Geico.
4, resist
Square
2.
footage is good for resale.
Finding a perfect home is hard. Thankfully,
terrible.
Geico makes it easy to bundle and save.
Do you know how to get out?
Ah, Lamari. She can challenge ready characters. And she has bodyguard with a 4 butt. So 4 drops Mulan right now, 4 drop. And Namari at 4 drop. While this character is exerted, you have no cards in hand, bonus camps and actions. That's pretty decent. But we're probably not going to have an empty hand much.
Bring you in here so we can clean up what happened on the end of that punt where there is now no penalty.
Yeah, Mike, the block was by the kicking
4
team.
power, so we are going to have a lot of things with 4 power.
Unless
This could be our
kick is
card
still in
draw
the air.
here,
It happened during
but I don't think so.
No penalty lines take over the 50. That gets Harry the passer. Amador St. Brown is incomplete with Carlton Davis tight in coverage to bring up second down.
Chosen character gains resist plus
Are the
1.
Buccaneers at not getting pass interference?
Making our race pretty good.
Is that right?
On the 2 starting quarters,
The
Dean
two
and
starting
Davis.
corners, 0. And we've seen
As of
them
right
watching
now, we need
those
4
guys
more
on tape.
cards.
When they get close, there's contact, but then they tend
We
to
don't
pull
have a
their
lot of
hands
1
back.
drops.
They are not giving you a free
We only have a hook
25-yard
and 1
play.
drop, so I want another 1 drop. And then I want to make some cuts and get some other things in here.
And Mike, bad news for this Lions offense. They
She's
will be
resist
playing the rest of this
2.
game without their left guard, Jonah Jackson. He is out with that knee injury.
Pro Bowler in 21, part of the core. He missed 5 or 6 games in the middle of the year. So that means Chris went.
What do we light on right now? We got plenty. We got 3 drops. We got good amount of 3 drops. We got plenty of 5 drops. We got 8 4 drops. We're light on 1 drop. So that kind of built itself. Gronk. During your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, we deal 2 damage to chosen character. Resist 1. He's not bad at 6. Right now we got Tika Tinkerbell at 6. Another 1 drop. And we'll cut a couple cards to get a couple Maleficents in the deck. Benji. I feel like we might want Benji in the deck.
Glasgow made initial contact and then the chop block. That's what happens. So when you bring that kind of pressure, but so far the Lions are really destroying this Bucs defense in the middle of the field. They cannot come up with an answer for those little crossing routes in the middle of the field.
Reach the 25-yard gains, 3rd and long. Laporta brought down to get open field tackle by the rookie. Adam Rusher.
2. Whenever one of your characters challenges another character, you may draw a card.
From the first drive of the second half, just like the first drive of the first half.
Well, and one interesting thing that's happening with Tampa Bay's defense, we talked about Devin White a little bit, and what a good job KJ Britt did in the first half. But
Don't think we want a 5 drop, but she has shift 2, which makes her
Devin
really
White
good.
is that guy. He is the blitzing linebacker.
Which makes me want to
So
kind of
based
play
on who's in
this
the game, you get a
over
little
Gaston.
Fox would kick it away, not his best. Tompkins was back deep. Roll sideways, 45 yards on the punt.
Well, we're gonna make some cuts, so let's just take a look at these queens.
At the 40.
This character exert chosen opposing character with 3 power or less. God, there's so many good 5 drops for this style deck. We're just gonna have to try them out.
When Barbara switched to turbo attacks,
I've had 4
Do we have the
generations
red?
of family tradition with
There's
5
no way to
little
play
boys.
red.
Man, I want to make her feel.
So we chose not to play the Reyes.
Getting my business off the ground
The only
is
other
a full-time job.
other 1 drop really, and oh, well, here we go. Felicia. This is our other 1 drop right here. She's so good in this. Overlooked here. 3 power with Reckless on 1. Exactly what we're looking for out of 1 drop in this deck.
it's our phone gun.
We pay for things that we don't need.
That's a bit dramatic.
We must tighten our belts.
A better plan to save is Verizon.
It starts at $25 per line, guaranteed for 3 years, for a limited time only on Verizon.
Where is that opener? Just punch it, bro. You're Idris Elba. Hey, man, let me get that plan.
Oh, it's a twist off.
It is a twist off.
Is that where we're at? We've already got. Oh, we didn't put any Prince Eric's in there. It's because we were at the 2-drop heavy. We were already 2-drop heavy.
This is gonna be the best day of my life.
Foe is just it's really good, but
Life's granted, and the first ever brand Toyota. Let's go places.
I think Prince Eric might actually be better than LaFoe in this deck.
In this game, there's a position for everybody.
LaFoe allows us to.
Had us all captivated.
Do we just ignore the Queen of Hearts and go with Prince Eric?
Monday, don't miss the next big moment. KGT Fantasy League, Monday on NBC and Peacock.
Living a hometown superhero, Aiden Hutchinson. High school is college's pro ball within about 50 miles of each other. Most by Alliance player in terms of pressures since 2006. This year.
That's tough. That's a tough choice. Because we've got a full deck. We've got to make cuts here anyway. I think we're going to cut 2 Milans. She's good, but she's not like perfect, right? Because what she's going to do is she's going to give them more lore when they quest, but we're really not going to quest that often with this deck. Might actually just cut all the Milans. Yeah, because she's going to have to banish them when she... No, I like 2 Milans. Where are you at, Milan? Come back to me. I want to try 2 of her to start off with. This is going to be the first Ruby deck where we probably don't play any Maleficents, or we play 2. I think we're going to. Queen of Hearts gives us card draw. Beast gives us the same card draw. Maybe we don't play the Beast in this deck. Definitely playing Simba. We're definitely playing Maui. Queen of Hearts or Beast for card draw. One of the 2.
There's just been so many negative plays, Mike. I mean, there just has. These 3rd and 14s are how you lose football games. They already have an interception in this kind of a situation. The crowd's going crazy. And now you have to worry as much about not giving them the football as you do trying to pick this up.
Joseph Lucky didn't get flagged for taunting there. Lions only been called for 1 penalty so far. Around the Bucks.
Milan. 4-drop. We don't have a lot of 4. Those are only 4 drops. 5 drops out the wazoo. Oh, this is a 5-drop too. Scheisse. I think we're just going to keep the Beast as the 5 drops and cut the Queen of Hearts.
Great job that time by defensive coordinator Aaron Flynn. He dared Baker to throw that ball out there. And then they're going to sprint the safety over the top there to help Cam Sutton. But he said,
Okay, so now
we're going to
we can cut the 3 LaFoes, and that gives us the spot for 3 Prince Erics. And I think this is a good start. This is a great starting point for a Shere Khan based deck. We're not playing any actions. We're strictly going all in on attacking to control the board. We've got Beasts for card draw. I think maybe we want to get a couple whole new worlds in here just in case. It's got a really good curve. I'm not quite sure what we would cut for Whole New Worlds, maybe a Tinkerbell.
I think they will take that ball on the 31-yard line.
Illegal formation. Offense number 8. 5 yards penalty will be added to the end of the line.
And I think pretty much everything is inkable. Amari's not inkable, and this symbol's not inkable. So that's 8 uninkable cards,
Step out. 8:11 to go in Motown.
12 uninkable cards. So we only have 12 uninkable cards right now. So we can definitely get a couple Whole New Worlds in here. 3 drops. Those are only 3 drops. We want to hit those on curve. We're not super big. We're not like late game heavy. Maybe Tinkerbells come out.
Get double the storage on us when you pre-order now.
Maybe Tinkerbells come out and a couple Whole New Worlds go in, and maybe 2 Maleficents, maybe 2 Whole New Worlds, 2 Maleficents.
Can't stop adding stuff to your cart? Get the Bank of America customized cash rewards card. Choose the online shopping category.
Or maybe
and
2
earn 3%
Tinkerbell, 2
cash
Maleficents.
back.
Like that. And then where would we fit the Whole New Worlds at?
Toyota trucks. Let's go places.
Right now, get a free foot-long at Subway. Like the new Daily Heroes.
I don't think there's anything we can't kill with our power. There's nothing really incredibly big. We're going to have, this deck is going to have a problem with
Patrick, it's official. Save with home and
the
auto
Ruby
insurance. You're the league's most valuable bundler.
Sapphire deck.
Me? He's surprised.
Man, I just did not see this coming. This is truly unexpected.
I'm gonna start locking this place up. Hey, you done?
Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan.
Maybe we
Like a good
cut
neighbor, State Farm is there.
the 3 Prince Erics. We got 8 1 drop.
Have you told anyone? Gotta fly so we can arrive. Simply say, Chief. Team's inevitable.
You got the team. I've got you.
Chicago next day.
You and UGC and Peacock.
The road to WrestleMania starts with Royal Rumble. 30 men, 30 women. And
Trying to think what we can cut for 2 Whole New
It's
Worlds.
live Saturday, 8 Eastern, kickoff show 7 Eastern. Only on Peacock. If you watch
I do like
Detroit style
2
pizza.
Tinkerbells, 2
That's the original
Maleficents.
Buddy's Pizza, 7 miles from Ford Field.
Actually, I don't know that Tink really fits
Tight playoff game
this deck.
developing here in Detroit between the Lions and the Bucks. The winner gets the Niners next week. Goff on the move. Completes it.
I'm going to cut 2 Tinkerbells. Cut Tinkerbell. Yes, I said cut Tinkerbell. I'm going to put 1 more Maleficent in. I'm going to cut 1
Inside linebacker has basically displaced Devin White.
Gaston. And I'm going to put 2 Whole New Worlds in here.
But what they've been able to do is really shut down this running game of the Detroit Lions. So this game looks now more and more like it's going
So
to be.
the 2 Whole New Worlds are literally our only action in the whole deck. Actually, I don't think we even need the Whole New Worlds with Beasts. Yeah, we don't need Whole New Worlds because we have Beast. What am I thinking?
You know what's interesting is they hit that one bounce out play, and we saw them this week working on that in practice.
Let's go
as
back
well.
up
They never came back to it. You know, I mean,
Go up a
you've got
Gaston.
guy like Gibbs, and when you're in some of these situations,
2 Tinks.
I believe you're going to try and pound away at
Keep
them.
2 Tinks.
You got a little wrinkle to it on the outside.
Yeah, let's try like this. I think that's a good curve. I'm happy with it. Let's try it. Booster Con. Haha, that's a great name. Haha. Alright, so what we're ended up with for round 1 on Aggro Control Share Con deck. We've got in Ruby, we've got 4 Felicia, 3 Gaston, 3 Lukfu. Actually, let's go out and look at the deck this way. This way is going to be much easier if it lets us look at it. There we go. Okay, this is the mid-range control deck that we built that we're going to try today. So we've got 2 variants of Ruby Steel that we're going to give a go. This is our mid-range control. We've got 4 Mini Mouse, 2 Teeth and Ambitions, 3 3-drop Mini Mouse, 2 Pongos, 1 Dragonfire, 2 Goofies, 3 Mauis, 4 Lady Tremaines, 4 Be Prepareds, 1 Mickey Mouse, the Finisher, 4 Maleficent, the Mighty, 3 Simbas, 2 Cinderellas, 4 Prince Eric, 3 Benja, 2 Smash, 3 4-drop Beasts, 3 Whole New Worlds, 4 5-drop Beasts, 2 Grab Your Swords, 4 Tinkerbells. And that's where we're at for this variant. Cards that I think will end up either getting cut or being great are Whole New World. Reason I think Whole New World might get cut is because we're a lot later cards, so we're not going to see a lot of situations where our hands are empty. So I think Whole New Worlds are actually going to be Grab Your Swords. Might actually make that change up front. Now that I'm thinking about it, at least drop 1 and go 1. I think that might actually be better. Because again, Beast offers us so much card draw, and Whole New World gives them a hand too, which we don't really want to do in a control deck. We want to grind them down to where they're out of cards and then just take over the game. So yeah, I think I'm going to make that change. So I don't like Whole New World in that deck.
It's been so long since I've seen you. You guys should come over and watch the game again this Sunday.
Come on, App.
We would love that. And you said you didn't want to watch the game with me. What? No, I didn't, sweet. You said they never stop talking. Well, I never said that.
Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun.
And you don't need to see the replay.
Fan-made app issues. Alright, we might have to close the app really quick. Alright, give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to close the app and reopen it. We will be right back.
When you share a hotel room with your kid, you also share a bedtime with your kid.
Hey, what's going on?
I switched to H&R Block this year and had one of their experts do my taxes for me. Kind of a big win.
Oh, yeah?
They have a refund advance loan, so I got money the day I filed. You can get up to $3,500.
Welcome back from that short glitch from, again, Fan-Made App and wonderful designers of Pixelborn. Absolutely fabulous app. Thank you again for giving us the opportunity to play online. Just some glitches that we have to deal with as those developers put more time into it. I'm sure they have full-time jobs and this was just a side gig. Turns out it's extremely popular and they're probably going to make a killing on it. Now, let's go back to the gig. And hopefully we don't have an edge with that. So let's make those changes really quick that we talked about. We're making the changes to this one. We're taking out Whole New Worlds. And then I think we're adding Grab Your Swords.
On NBC and Peacock.
Chicago Wednesday, Law and Order Thursday. They're back.
We were adding Grab Your Swords and another Mickey.
And Peacock. Chicago, one great Midwest city, 2-0. Detroit, Michigan. Yes, that is the Sun. One of the Sun's 3 appearances for the month of January against Marks. Diaby walked off under his own power. There's the first down for the Lions. The 17 trying to take the lead. And Jared Goff throwing. Oh, the cross.
I believe that's where we wanted to be. Or did we want to add in the Pongo? Yeah, let's go
Luckily, the man
we relied on 4
got
drops, so
destroyed
we're gonna
trying
go
to chase this one.
Apongo.
And once again, Jared Goff, because of the protection, has
So there, we're done there.
slower developing pass plays
Now,
to work.
let's take a look at the Booster Con deck, and then we're gonna get into some gameplay. Booster Con deck. Not what we meant to do. We're gonna go the other route. Booster Con, we've got 4 Felicia, 3 Gaston, 3 Lafau. Lafau is going to allow our creatures to challenge multiple times in a turn. 4 Aladdin 3 drops, mostly so we can shift into Aladdin 7. 4 Shere Khans, the base of our deck. This dual deck is designed around Shere Khan. 4 Mulans, 4/3 Rusher, 4 Mauis, 5/5 Rusher with Reckless. 2 5-drop Mulans that allow us to quest for more lore when cheap challenges and kill something. 4 big Aladdins, 3 Maleficent because Maleficent, 4 Captain Hook, Challenger, 3 Prince Eric the Challenger, 4 Namari, who will be able to challenge readied characters so they can't get around Shere Khan by not questing. 4 Beast because Beast card draw is great. 4 Simba and 4 Tika. Both interactions increase our Shere Khan lore that we're gaining and allow the deck to become very quick. 2 Tinkerbells. Cards in this deck that I think are questionable are Tinkerbell. I don't know how well she fits with what we're looking to do in this deck. However, she is a good 6-drop. She has a good ability, and when she challenges things, she gets even better. So without further ado, let's get into some gameplay. We're going to start with the Shere Khan deck, because Shere Khan. And we want to see where it's at. So let's play a couple games with this, and then we'll try the other deck and see which one pans out better and which one has a more realistic opportunity to be a competitor. Montgomery, come on, tell me that was Montgomery. Reynolds. Why the fuck is Reynolds running in a touchdown? Excuse my language, but god damn it, I needed David Montgomery to score a touchdown. Josh Reynolds, really? Really? Come on. Come on. Really? Alright, so we're going to ditch some of the later stuff. We want to ditch it all because we want to get a Shere Khan. There's our Shere Khan. Okay, so we've got our win condition and we've got some control. I think the problem with this hand is we don't have many equal. Okay, we got 5 equal cards, but we don't want Ancient Khan. I think we end up inking Aladdin here. Actually, no, I think we're going to end up inking Lafau. Passing the turn. This is the one deck I said we were going to have problems with. So that's interesting right off the bat. Gaston having Reckless in this matchup is not huge. He's not going to do much. But he might do more than Tinkerbell.
So I can take all these trips because Priceline has all these amazing deals. And that's when I said, deal! On your right is our Infinity Deal Pool.
We can play Gaston here, or we can wait. I think we're just going to wait. This matchup is not going to be good. I do not expect to win this matchup. If we can be competitive in this matchup, that's huge.
New balance. We got now.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms, with my psoriatic arthritis symptoms.
Card draw is going to be pretty important in this
And I was
matchup,
done
I
settling.
think. So I think
If you still have
want to
symptoms
keep
after a
Beast to
TNF
be able to
blocker
play
like
him.
Humira or Enbrel, Green's Oak is different and may help. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and
Lions gonna be
swelling in
interesting
RA
in this
and
matchup.
PSA,
I think we
relieve
just
fatigue
get
for
rid of
some, and
Gaston.
stop joint damage. And in PSA, can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious
Actually,
infections
probably
and blood
lab.
clots, some fatal, cancers,
Probably
including
lab. We're probably
lymphoma
gonna
and
end up
skin,
eating
heart
both,
attacks, stroke,
but
and GI
Gaston
tears
might.
occur. People
If they
50 and
play
older with a heart
the
disease
4
risk
drop
factor
that
have
draws
an
cards, I
increased
think
risk of death.
Gaston
Serious
attacking
allergic
into him is going
reactions
to
can
be bigger.
occur. Tell your doctor if
That's
you
for
are
sure
or may
con.
become pregnant.
Done settling? Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq and take back what's yours.
Problem with this matchup is our whole deck is based around challenging their creatures, and this matchup they don't have a lot to challenge.
Tuesday, Dolly Parton with a big announcement only on today. On the Thursday night before Super Bowl 58,
Their creatures come into play and kill ours, so they're going to be able to control us and ramp into better things way ahead of us. Way ahead of our time.
Network. One of the awards, the Walter Payton Man of the Year. That is the Lions nominee, Frank Ragnow.
Right off the bat, I can tell that we probably have too many unequal cards. Either that or we're just getting really, really unlucky. We have to ink this. Actually, I think we're going to ink this. No, because we might end up having to ink both, and I'd rather have the Gaston. I'd rather have the Beast than the Gaston. Questing with Shere Khan against the deck that has Maui is probably not the best move, but we've got to take advantage of what we can when we can. This guy is going to be a nightmare for us. Luckily, if he doesn't deal with one of our creatures, we can just kill it right out of the rip.
Really begun to help the Detroit Lions, getting C.J. Gardner-Johnson back.
If it doesn't kill one of these, we play Simba and we just go at it.
Three-man rotation on the back end and safety.
Oh, talk about great timing. Okay. Let's eat Felicia.
Penalty made first and 5 midfield. Patricia picked up for the moment. He throws it complete. Trying to get it to Otten, and a flag comes in.
So we're going to gain 3 lore here. Okay, come on, what's going on? Why can't we? Oh, I'm an idiot. We can't challenge because it's not tapped. Haha! Dummy. Probably should have played Beast there. Again, Magic Head, forgetting they have to be tapped to attack. Dork. Excuse me. I'm learning with you. It's still a new game, right? Right now, we're doing better than I thought we would in this matchup.
That's the easiest thing to see.
There's White as Mayfield was hit in the pocket. He ended up getting the worst of it.
There are a lot of bodies rolling around and flying around and
Ooh, he did quest. He decided to quest with it and draw cards. Interesting. So now we'll be able to play this Simba, and we gain even more lore.
Injuries don't matter. And right now, Baker Mayfield has a chance to make that kind of impression and to turn the page on Tom Brady, if you will.
That's interesting.
To make this now his team.
Wide out, Chase Edmonds runs. He is swung forward for an extra yard or so as Rams had him tied up.
I think Maleficent might actually get the cut in this deck because I don't see us getting past 7
Coming easy, unbelievable atmosphere, great physicality.
this character. Oops. Okay, so Simba's not as good. Again, the situation where you gotta read the cards, people. I mean, it's still good. It still fits the deck perfectly fine. I just realized that this creature has to. Not any creature. I misread it. I thought it said whenever a character banishes another character, and it's whenever this character banishes a character. So I need to read the other one and see if it's this character too. That makes a huge difference, because that makes them not Shere Khan. That makes them go with Shere Khan, but not Shere Khan. So
pressure comes. Mayfield hit. He didn't throw it. Kept the play alive. Great job by Baker on the sideline. Oh my gosh. There's no way. Wow. I can't believe he didn't go down, first of all. I thought he was already sacked. I had kind of quit looking. And he scrambles out of there and throws a bullet to Ott. Man, oh man, what a play that time by Baker Mayfield.
Oof, that was such a huge mess up. Such a huge mistake by me letting the Shere Khan die.
Baker's a guy who can feed on something like that. Same thing. He can get on a heater. Mayfield stepping up, cranking it wide open again. It's Ott. He stumbles, but he's not brought down, so that's all good. He gets to the 12-yard line until Pixelborn
Oof,
down.
gross.
27 on that one. And this is when
Left on my turn 6.
Baker's starting to feel it. You know, you can tell. He's just starting to get a feel for this thing. Cut him loose right here.
It's your score for 247. Under 2 yards to Evans, 65 to Ott. Speaks for Tompkins in the game.
One with Evans at the top.
It's two Tompkins, can't bring it in. They've got him with the block for him. Every time 83 comes to the game, he's in the middle of something. That one an incompletion.
You know, it's interesting, and I understand the play call because they're thinking, all right, they're going to double up on Evans. We'll go away from that with a quick screen. But they didn't do that. They had single on Evans, so you couldn't come in and change the play.
Could have gained 2 war there instead of 2 war. But if I attack it with Mulan and quest with Simba, I lose Mulan there, where now I keep Mulan.
Lions break 4. Mayfield pulls it down again, and he's on the way down. He throws it towards the sideline, got back to the line of scrimmage. He's at the tackle line, has it eligible over there. Likely not intentional grounding, big third down.
I mean, no question he's out of tackle box. But we're seeing full screen Baker Mayfield and the way he plays.
Gonna be hard to win now.
I mean, it just gets wild at some point.
This is passed down before the ball's out, which would be a sack. That was the one thing on that play. Very, very close. Lions would have to challenge it. They don't. 3rd and 10, blitz coming. White tries to beat the blitz. Edwards shot White. Scores a touchdown. Beautiful call against the blitz. White to the end zone. An extra point from a tie game.
What was the song? The Sounds of Silence? This play, and Mike, I think you're right. It could have been different if they had challenged this one, but fantastic by Luke Gedeke to get out in front of it. My goodness gracious. What a job, though, by Baker Mayfield. Staying alive on 2 plays to preserve the drive.
To tie the game, McLaughlin does that with 10 seconds left. Those plays are so close. The quarterbacks have become so proficient at getting it out just before they go out. And it's really a tough one. You've got to get that look. Bring in Terry McCauley. Terry, how close was that to being a sack?
It is close, Mike, but he is down. That calf is clearly down, and the ball is still in his hands. Do
Detroit would have won the challenge had they gone through with it.
They would have pushed him back to the 23-yard line instead of the play being run from the 12. Those super close things. The coaches have guys
I don't think we're going to win this game. What I do see from this is this would be a great time to draw whole new world. So we definitely are going to have situations where whole new world would be clutch. But it also fills their hand up too, so I don't know how good that would be.
Looking at that play on the Microsoft Surface there as well. 17-17, 10 seconds.
Cogsworth for the win.
What a game. I mean, you just have to give Tampa some credit here. Several times it looked like they played themselves out of this game with mistakes, and they just keep fighting back.
Touchback here to take over the play by Chris Fernandez. Let's just talk about the season for them. These guys were done. They're 4-7 entering December. They win a game or two here, right? But then we watched the Carolina game, week 18. We watched everybody.
Pretty sure we're done.
That was a bad game. They barely beat them 9-0 to sneak into the play.
But I also watched the Green Bay game, and that was a hot team, and Baker went up and down the field against those guys with a perfect quarterback rating. So the high variance is what you get with the Tampa Bay Bucs. You get the blitzes, you get Baker Mayfield, you get a crazy show, you get escapes like you saw in the last one. It's what makes it fun to watch.
Gives the back for the Lions. You're at the end of the third. There goes Gibbs. 8-5. Taken down by Carlton Davis. One more quarter of this. Maybe more.
I need 4 TDs in the fourth quarter to hit this bet because none of the TDs have happened by any of the players I picked.
You're watching the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit.
Good game. Alright, I mean, we held in there. We proved that can do things. Do we have? So I want to try it again. That was definitely not the best matchup.
Wow, Emily, is it safe to run in this? Maybe not for the other runners, but you know.
Definitely not the best matchup for that day.
We need to go bigger.
All right.
I can do bigger.
Bigger.
Fargo is the new
Come on,
virtual
Sherpa.
assistant from Wells Fargo.
Don't need this many features.
Fargo lets you do this.
Yeah, he's whenever this character matches like
I found it. I found my card.
And also this.
Fargo, turn on my debit card.
Do you Fargo? You can with Wells Fargo.
I'm trying to find
Let's keep
quality
a
rate
Felicia
service.
and hope to get a Sherpa.
How about oil changes?
Big O.
Or new wheels?
Sherpa.
Straps?
Sherpa.
Yep, big O.
Boo.
Alignments?
We do those too. Get everything you need only at your locally owned Big O tires.
Clients come in all the time,
Alright.
tell me they've always paid their insurance premiums, and this is their first claim, and the insurance company won't pay. It's my job to keep the insurance company at their own game. Backus and Shank,
We're playing
our
against
passion
green
is justice.
hammers, so that's probably
For
the discard
generations,
deck.
hardworking people have
So
relied
probably
on Ford
want a
F-Series
hooking
trucks to
play.
help grow businesses, communities, families.
It's another deck that the whole new world would be good against. So maybe we do put a couple whole new worlds back in the deck. Not sure. Not sure. I think maybe 2 or 3 whole new worlds would be okay in this. We don't want to quest. We will just kill it. I think
Fargo,
we're
the new
going
virtual assistant from
to.
Wells Fargo, gives you information
Probably
you
going to
need.
end up inking both, but let's go ahead and ink Maui and pass.
Fargo, what's my checking account routing number?
Be like her.
Do you Fargo? You can with
This is
Wells
a deck
Fargo.
that we will have plenty of creatures to attack. It's a challenge, but
Tune
the
in next
question.
Sunday for the
Oh, okay,
NFC
so it's
and NFC
not the
Championship
discard.
presented by Intuit TurboTax.
That makes a
Available
huge
on your mobile
difference.
device with NFL Plus.
Let's go ahead and
Welcome back to Detroit.
Let's go ahead and
Watching the divisional playoffs
ink
presented
Tika.
by Intuit TurboTax. And off we go to the
There's no
fourth quarter.
more for the Blues, but do we really need to?
Producer Rob Highland, Director Hall of Famer Jurassic Hall.
Do we need to shift this guy?
Enjoy this divisional with you and to the fans of Detroit and Tampa, two franchises that see the bottom.
No, I think I'd rather get to Beast. I mean, if he's not attacking, let's just pass the turn here.
The Lions in 2008. Here they are trying to get to
let's just pass the turn here and use the 11 to 8. And we'll start going with the laws. I think that's better.
Great play calling here to come out on first down, and you expect Detroit maybe come out trying to establish something. Here's Yaya Diaby, who's
If you see mistakes, feel free to point them out. Obviously, we are learning the game, and we've got a Magic Gallery mindset, so we're still learning. But we are the champions.
Off the 42 in the middle of the field again.
Let's see. We ink. Yeah, that worked out great. We'll just ink Aladdin, play Mulan, but kill the pain. We still, we aren't going to quest with this. We're just holding back. Next turn we can quest. We can ink Aladdin and play Beast, depending. Simba's okay, but not great. There might actually be better cards than Simba now that we know he's this character and not any character. Obviously, he's good with Shere Khan, but he's kind of meh. So we can fill some of the spots that will allow us to free up some of those massively full 5 drops that we have. We can cut Simba and add something like Wonderworld. Interesting. Okay. There's another touchdown by somebody I did not need to score a touchdown. Oof. Okay. She's really good. But let's go ahead and play Aladdin, or ink Aladdin. Play Beast, start getting some card draw, and start working our way in this game. Go ahead and kill Queen. Panic Deck's very interesting. Okay.
The Chevy Silverado.
We can ink Mulan, play a Lion King and a
Super
Hook.
Cruise connected by OnStar.
Or
only Super Cruise lets you drive hands-free and
we can play a Namari and a Hook.
It'll help you get
Or we can ink Hook and just not worry about it. Namari's really good. She's got bodyguard. I don't think we need bodyguard aspect. I want to campaign, but how do I want to campaign?
When you're with Amex, if you're a VIP,
do we need to campaign? Maybe we don't ink anything.
That's the powerful backing of American Express.
Yeah.
What do you have?
2 Bud Lights, please. Actually, make it around for the ball.
Maybe, yeah, I don't think we ink anything here.
Sorry, Sue, I can get the Wi-Fi.
I don't think we ink anything at all. I think we just... I'm not even going to quest with Beast because I want to get one more card draw off Beast.
Just $35 a month, and the price is the price, guaranteed.
One more card draw off Beast is good.
Crazy world?
Yeah, awesome. Ooh, jeez.
Switch to Verizon Home
Bibbidi
Internet.
boppity
Plans
boop.
start at $35
That's what
per
we're
month,
not
and the
looking
price is the
for.
price guaranteed for up to 4 years.
We don't
No
want
surprise
to
price hikes,
take
equipment
advantage of the
charges,
bibbidi
or
boppity
drama. Only on
boops.
Verizon.
She's beautiful and she's a legend, but don't let her sweet talk you.
Okay. Now we ink things. So we're going to ink
February 26th on NBC and Peacock.
Maleficent.
NBC's divisional playoff is brought to you
And I think we play this. We play this. No, we don't play. Antica's great, but I think we played this.
by the powerful backing of American.
And I think we do take advantage of Bodyguard.
Tony Dungy, the only other playoff
Because he's only got one creature in play, so we can start questing with
20
everything.
to 10. Tampa beat Barry Sanders and Detroit to move on to the playoffs. Josh Reynolds of the Lions was injured on the play that he had to catch before.
Well, this Mulan should have Rush. She'd be so good if she had Rush. She's barely playable as is, but she'd definitely be playable if she had Rush. She wouldn't be overpowering or anything like that, but she would be really good. They should create a hero or a villain that gives all your other characters Rush. Or target creature Rush. Like you can tap it, get Rush. Is there something like that in the game? Oh, that was tricky. Motherfucker. One character here. So we're gonna question these. Question all of them.
Years since a playoff win, they waited so long for a playoff game. The atmosphere in here last week it may have been
Genie has a
better
basic.
because of Stafford and all that stuff. But the fans have brought it for 8 quarters. This has been as good a scene as I ever remember being in back-to-back games. 13 minutes away from a championship game.
I'm gonna have Bodyguard go and just get TK out there.
Mayfield first look cover. Back to out. Incomplete.
I'll play Mulan. Get rid of
Third
TK.
down. Pressure was on. Two best guys up front. McNeil and Hutchinson brought the heat.
If we draw an inkable card, we can play Namari and Mulan in the same turn. Pop quiz. What movie is Namari from? Can you tell me? If you can tell me, you'll get a gold star.
Here's a fucking gold star.
Specifically for you. You bounce beast. Now you get to draw cards. Oof. Oof. Evasive though. That's gonna be a problem. We need to get as much out there as we can. Because we've got to race that.
Basically have a chance to go win the game. You know, here they are. They're got the lead. They got the ball. Can they take it and do what championships teams
We've got to race
do?
that.
Put it away.
Time for a great kick. Come on and kick for the Bucks. Hit one. It stops. It's down to 10. Peoples Jones knows he could have picked it up and touched it.
He's getting 4 turn. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 a turn.
Baltimore and San Francisco already on.
So,
Things on ice.
as is, we win the race. But if he has another bounce genie,
See, that'll be Jim Nance, Tony Romo, and CBS team will have that coming up in less than an hour or so. The winners move on at Baltimore next
if
Sunday.
he has
on
another
CBS,
bounce genie, we
and the winner
don't
here,
win.
off to Santa Clara to see the Niners next
Doesn't
Sunday.
have a bounce genie, we get to start. Oh, that's
Now time for Amon Ra, St.
Yuck.
Brown, and Sam Laporta.
yuck.
The 11, Reynolds, the open field. There is Laporta. 3 guys on him.
Yuck.
McCollum, Carl, and Jamel Dean, on the tackle.
Okay.
You know, so interesting talking to Ben Johnson this week, and I asked him about throwing the ball at the end of that game when maybe the timeouts and, you know, you don't want the incomplete plays and all that against the Rams a week ago. And he basically said, I'd seen enough of Aaron Rodgers over the years. I wasn't giving Matt Stafford the ball back if I could keep from it. And Dan Campbell, 100% behind him.
Injured player here, Chris, is Jamel Dean who made that stop for the Buccaneers.
That's a big deal.
In the hurt during the year, too. Ankle and foot injuries later on in the season. Dean down, athletic training staff look at him, so while they do that, we'll step out.
All right, we have Lethal on the board. Can we win a game with Shere Khan deck without Shere Khan?
Or this.
It would be a win, but it's not really satisfying if you don't win the game with the win condition you built the deck around. But a win's a win, right? GG. GG.
Whatever your resolution, save it with a Walmart Plus membership. I'll do
GG.
You won't.
You gotta be able to kill all of these through 2 bodyguard characters. You only have 3 things that can attack. Oh, that was a mistake. You should have attacked that with Rapunzel.
Great location, quiet
If you
street.
attack that with Rapunzel, you'd be able to.
Everything disappears.
She'll be back.
Son, we gotta clean this place out.
See my winter coat in there? Can't hear me.
Ugh, coat is hideous. Oh, my summer jams next.
At least back home next bundling a home and car insurance easy. Saves us a ton. You found my box of cords?
Okay, honey, throw me the hose.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Upgrade ready? Upgrade ready? One.
Patrick's saying T-Mobile lets you upgrade as often as every year. Take charge with the freedom to upgrade every year with Go 5G Next at T-Mobile. Also, he's hungry.
Yeah, buddy. Victory. The deck needs some work. Is it viable? My answer to that on a 1 to 10 scale is a Shere Khan deck viable. I would say in its current state, probably around a 3.5 or 4. With a little bit of work and potentially more cards for it out of the next set, that could probably jump to a 5 or 6, but I don't think right now it's ever going to be above like a tier 4 deck. Let's give the mid-range control deck a try. See what happens with that. And that will be our stream for the day. Taking a look at Ruby Steel. Questions for everybody are, if you've taken a look at Ruby Steel, what have you come up with? What are your ideas for the Ruby Steel architect? I don't know. The Shere Khan deck seems like a solid, fun idea, not very competitive. This might be a much better option. We're playing against Storms, so we want the Benjis. Benji's going to be huge, and be prepared, it's going to be huge. So we want to toss these guys back, hopefully get a little bit more curve. Not exactly what we wanted. We're going to eat the big stuff and go with the little stuff. I do think that this out of the 2 decks, I think this is the one that has the most potential to be competitive. So let's see how it goes. And we're actually playing against the Admiral version. Okay, so right off the bat, we know we're going to ink Maleficent Pass. Can we take control of the Amber Steel deck? If we can win this matchup, this is definitely a competitive deck. This is going to be one of your harder tier 2 decks to play against. So, if we can win this matchup, I'd say we could probably win the Amber Amethyst matchup.
stop. There'll be no gain for David Montgomery.
The key matchup in the first game between these two teams really was Levante David against Sam Laporta. I don't think we've seen Levante David and Montgomery.
We're up to 2 Mickeys. Yeah, so I think it's fine to 8 cam. And we can go Cinderella or we can go Prince Eric. I think Prince Eric's really good here. He's definitely a 2-for-1 in this situation. Next turn we're gonna get Teeth of Ambitions if we want to. Or if they play like a lantern or something, we can Benji it.
Had to have it. David Montgomery is going to try to pick up the blitz here. But I tell you, Levante David is like a running back. Look at the move. Just get on the edge and then spin him down. A play they had to have. Now they just have to back it up. A field goal is fairly deadly in this situation, too.
Now it's 3rd and 15. Bucks bring 4. Goff's got some time. He's got a receiver.
Lions, baby. Alright. So, we got Hercules. Prince Eric will kill Hercules. We can... So, I think we just go ahead and kill Hercules and Lilo. No, I think Huntsman's just as dangerous as Lilo. Question is, where do we ink? I kind of want to keep the Maui. I think we ink Mini. Ink Mini. Let's just play this. Kill Huntsman. So we can't draw cards. Attack Hercules. Has to.
He can go either way he wants here. Working against KJ Britt, and I'm sorry, KJ, there's no chance. There's no chance for almost anybody in that situation. But that is the magic of having Gibbs back in the lineup and what
I like this. I like the feel of it so far. So far of it, we've got a decent curve. We're falling behind, but we're not falling too far behind, right? But and I feel like once we hit that 5, 6, 7, I mean, it's off to the races. If we can live to be prepared, then we can take full control of the game. So he's got another Hercules here. That's going to hurt us. Let's go with a Cinderella here.
That's something they like out of this group.
Okay, so let's pitch the Benji here.
These were some of the plays, these gap plays that
Let's ink a Mini, and we can play the Prince Eric. Prince can kill Hercules, Cinderella can kill either one of these. So we are keeping up. Problem is we're running out of cards to ink. So
they're hitting them in both directions.
When the backup tight end, Rock Wright, is being checked on. Anthony Ferkser out of
one thing I'm learning is the whole new world is always a card you want in your deck at some point. There's St. Brown's touchdown. Alright, I just need 3 more touchdowns in 6 minutes. Alright, so we can ink a Maui here and play a Maui. We've both got 2 cards left in our hand, but we have three characters on the board. He has none. One of our characters is in a Maui. The other 2 can start questing, so we can try to catch up. So Rapunzel has done nothing.
Dean goes out of the game. Zion McCollum comes in, and they go right after. Watch Reynolds not pick on the outside. It looks like a big play. If he had made
might have actually we should have probably kept Cinderella in our hand there, just so we couldn't build the board state to 10 more. Because now if he gets enough characters on board, we're gonna have to be prepared, and we're gonna have to eliminate our whole board. So now he can play another Rapunzel, remove 3 damage from that, draw 3 cards, and this is where we're gonna start falling behind. Unless we draw a whole new world. I think we cut all the whole new worlds. We did. We cut the whole new worlds out of the deck. We put Sword and Mickey's. So whole new worlds back in the deck.
Well, one of the people who is so responsible for all this is where it all began. Sheila Hamm took over the team in June of 2020. She and husband Steve watching on. I don't even think they could have imagined that in 3 years it would look like this in here.
This tank I'm going to keep in my hand.
She has done a job. She has restructured this organization, and the communication between the football side and the business side has been so greatly enhanced. And now look at what is happening in this stadium.
Chris, they went 3-win season that first year with Dan Campbell. They had a bad start to the year last year. They had 1 win at the middle of the season. Sheila came out and talked to the media and just said, we're staying the course. We're not going to do the quick change, which we got caught up in too often. Of course, staying on the memory. Here's Chris Godwin, 36-yard line. First down to the Bucks, down 2 scores. Gotta have it quick.
Well, now the problem is you want to have a big strike, but there's no way the Lions are giving you that. They're going to have 2 to 4 people deep on every snap. You're going to have to go the slow way.
A field deflected. On the inside, pass incomplete. One of the guys who does a lot of the dirty work on their front.
It's interesting that he posted there. Okay, so Prince Eric can trade with Simba.
Trey Palmer is the fastest player they've got on the offense. They got 1 throw to him. They never even tried to scare this defense.
Second and 10. Pressure comes. Melifonwu. Mayfield got away. Not for long. Jalen Reeves Sneed. Ifeatu Melifonwu with the sack.
We keep Tinkerbell in the hand so we have something to kill creatures if he plays Forge of Blood. Because he's an aggro deck, so he can go 1, 2, 3 creatures, and we need to be able to Cinderella them away.
But no time. Melifonwu coming on the blitz, and Baker Mayfield has just been unable to answer.
Melifonwu's had some kind of game again. He was the defensive player of the week in Week 16 against the Vikings with a couple of sacks. And he's been a big factor with a sack and a half. And he tackles here today.
This guy has missed 7
I like where we're at here.
games his first 2 years. In all 17 this year, has made a huge difference.
Actually, just quest for 1, so we're gonna go Mickey here. We're gonna go Mickey here because Mickey quests for 4, and we've got control, so we can race a 1. With him at 12 and us at 8, we're questing for 4 a turn. Okay. Yeah.
Right in between the corner and the safety.
I think it's safety.
Buck's going to go, of course, here with 5:37.
It's the same play they hit Mike Evans on in the first half and had it again. Just overthrew it.
I really like this deck. I really genuinely like this deck. I think we do need to put 2 to 3 whole new worlds back in it. But this is just game 1, so let's see where it goes game 2.
Mayfield on the run, goes Evans, got it. First down for
from way behind to lethal on the board. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. G Tiana. Oof, just for.
But Aaron Glenn on that last play is going to be very upset. When you rush 6, you have to contain the quarterback on both sides for them to allow him to escape.
Game 1 victory, and it felt good. It felt good. I do want. I want to put a couple whole new worlds in the deck. This. Not what I meant to do. Let's see. Let's go. Mickey was huge there. Be prepared was huge there. Grab your sword is good. Let's drop. Disrupt the Dragonfire. Just 2 whole new worlds because, again, it gives our opponent a hand too, but Evans touchdown. We might get there. 4 minutes left. We need 2 more touchdowns. We need a touchdown from Laporta, and then we need a touchdown from David Montgomery. So I don't think we're not going to get there. It's not realistic. But what's the other one? What's the other bet? I think the other bet was Evans and.
Big time play. Big fly by the Bucs. And they're going to go for 2. They originally were going to go for 1 and kept the offense out.
This hand has decent curve. Yeah, okay. That's fine. I'm fine with keeping this hand. We need David Montgomery touchdown. This deck is not one we're going to need Teeth and Ambitions again, so we'll play the Teeth and Ambitions. This is definitely going to be more aggressive on. Clearly don't need this many transfers.
Protect yourself from RSV with a Brisvo, Pfizer's RSV vaccine. A Brisvo is a vaccine for the prevention of lower respiratory disease from RSV in people 60 years and older. RSV can be serious if you are 60 or older. Having asthma, COPD, diabetes, or heart disease puts you even higher risk. A Brisvo is not for everyone and may not protect all who receive the vaccine. Don't get a Brisvo if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its ingredients. People with a weakened immune system may have a decreased response to a Brisvo. The most common side effects are tiredness, headache, pain at the injection site, and muscle pain. Ask your pharmacist or doctor about Pfizer's RSV vaccine, a Brisvo. Visit these retailers or find other retailers near you at Brisvo.com.
Yeah, that's fine. Just keep getting little by little. This is a whittle me deck, right? This is a grind out matchup. They're playing a lot of control cards. Play as much as we can because they're going to cast Whole New World. So we'll take as much advantage of their whole new worlds as possible.
Absolutely. When it's delicious food and they come in, they see our food steaming on the lines, they see our chicken glistening, our fajita sizzling. It's magic happening every time they come
away
into
from
our
the whole
kitchen.
new world here.
This is real.
So let's go.
Make me go loco, loco. Make me go loco.
Let's keep the beast. All of our cards are outside a whole new world range, so I mean not whole new world, grab your swords range. So they need more than just one grab your swords to deal with things like Pongo and Goofy.
We were told there was sexual assault.
These guys aren't afraid of anything.
Pongo and Goofy are going to be huge in this matchup.
Thursday on NBC and Peacock.
8-point game here inside Ford Field. Didn't tighten it up to a 6-point game because of the 2-point conversion tonight. Bringing Terry McCauley, our rules analyst. Terry, what do you see here?
Mike, I think Chris nailed it. There's slight contact. I don't see anything that significantly hinders the receiver at all on this play. Good no call.
All right, thank you, Terry. Chris pointed that out. Evans coming back with a drawn overall of that. You see what the kick is. It is a normal kick. The Lions had their hands team out. The ball goes into the end zone. It's a touchback. But Detroit will get it at the 25.
All right, Mike, I just want to go back to the two-point play. So this season, 55% on two-point conversions is the conversion rate. And the idea that you're just automatically going to make two kicks in a row, well, that percentage is only 95%. So you're going to deduct, it's not a 50-50 proposition that you kick the extra point. So when you add those two things together, it is very favorable to go for two in that situation.
Which is why people do it. Now the Lions are in this spot.
Inking Beast there makes me feel like he's got a whole new world in his hand. So
the Lions will keep that. They start with St. Brown. And Alvarez on the run for 15 against a depleted Tampa defense.
Beast here. Definitely questing on Pongo. I think at this point we're just getting as much quest as we can.
Off the field and sat down on the sideline bench. He couldn't even sit up straight. You could see how much pain he was in, and on that cart still can't sit up straight.
See that here. Thank you for such dangerous field here. So Zion McCollum has played a lot in the absence of the sword.
And then if he gets whole new world so well, if he doesn't, we have Beast.
Montgomery for a first down across midfield to Tampa territory. And that clock is moving very fast if you're a Buccaneers fan.
Yep.
More snaps than any corner on the Bucs this year. But the problem is it became a target, right?
Pretty good whole new world for us.
Carlton Davis because it's so good.
Not.
They went after Dean. I thought he played a really good game out there tonight. But the minute he left,
He still has to have an answer for
was just one throw after another as a replacement. Despite the fact that he is a good player, he's not Jamel Dean.
Then he's going to have an answer for many too.
Three touchdowns. Lions had one touchdown in their first 6 full drives. There's one heel down. Goff in trouble here. Has to protect it. Goes down as he's taken down by Shaq Barrett. So the veteran gets hit, and Tampa will use their second timeout here at 3:02 to go.
Yeah, what we've seen
Defense on the 24.
Flag was over there on the far side. And that adds to the things that should have happened for the Bucs, but didn't today.
Oh my goodness, watch this. Carlton Davis, you know they're not going to throw at him in this situation.
I think we just
And
go
he almost
Mickey
took off the helmet of Josh Reynolds. Great call by the officials.
The clock stopped to the penalty. First down.
Situationally, though, if you're Carlton Davis, you know they're not throwing that way. They're not throwing that way. There's no chance. They didn't do it on the previous drive. So you can't turn off being a football player.
Mickey by himself is lethal next turn. So he has to have an answer for everything, right? He can deal with Tinkerbell and Minnie Mouse, but he needs to have double grab your swords for Pongo. But then he has to have an answer for Mickey too. So it's going to be very hard for him to deal with both Mickey and Pongo. Like Pongo's going to stick around.
For making his way through this game against that guy, one of the best nose tackles in the game. Ragnow has
Smash and grab your swords. If he has double grab your swords here, he's investing a lot. Then we can just be prepared and mini next turn. Oh, we can't and mini. Can't and mini.
Melissa? Yeah, you're talking about center Frank Ragnow and just being tough, all banged up. At one point, he came to the bench and had a quick chat with the team doctor, said, I'm fine, and just grabbed the tablet. And then head coach Dan Campbell made a point to come over to him and check in and say,
grab your swords for Pongo?
And he said, I'm good. He was just definitely not coming out of this game.
And those are verbatim quotes from Melissa on Dan Campbell. You good, man? All right, great. That's it.
Melissa could barely stop laughing every time he did.
I saw that too in the interview, right? We're the same way. Second and 7, they're going to stay in the air again. It's Montgomery, and it's blown up on a great play by Levante David. So David makes the stop there. He's going to let it run down. It's third down. Let's see what the Lions will do here on third and long. Need to get to the 35, inside the 35 to get a first down.
Well, and you're also under consideration for field goal time here, which would be a tough decision to make in an 8-point game. Would you punt it or try a long field goal?
An incompletion stops the clock plus the 2-minute warning. St. Brown reverse motion. God. Protected. Throws incomplete. He missed St. Brown there, so the clock stops at 2:06. They're out of field goal range. They're going to have to punt the ball away. The Bucs are going to get it back with a chance. So Tampa Bay's defense, despite the penalty, comes up big. The Lions can't close the game. Baker Mayfield's going to have a chance to come down the field and tie this one up.
You know, Mike, an interesting thing here with that clock at 2:06. You want all 6 of those seconds gone, so that 2-minute warning happens now. I don't know if you want to dribble it down there or...
Jack Fox buried him deep. Devin Tompkins is back. With the nose down. Going to turn it over. Fair catch signal by Tompkins and made at the 2-minute warning.
So interesting situation here. He's down to 5 cards. We were up 4 cards. Okay, Bell. I can see Bell. Let's see what he plays out. He might even just play out into a be prepared, and then we play mini. And if he doesn't have a ton of cards in his hand, so yeah, this is a situation where we just play be prepared mini. Be prepared.
Introducing the new 2024 Ford F-150.
Just play Benji.
Tough
Make him
this
have to do
smart
Benji.
can only be called F-150.
It's 10 feet. One shot makes him suit for 24,000.
If he deals with Benji, then we'll have the mini backup. And next turn we play Beast and Mini. Yeah, boom. There you have it. Can Ruby still be a competitive deck? Absolutely. Excuse the language. I'm trying to keep it down. I'll probably edit that out with a little beep. But yes, it can. And there you have it, people. Yes, Ruby Steel can be competitive, and the 2 options that we tried in today's video, we have tried an aggressive control deck with Sheriff Khan. Fun to play. We went 1-1. It can win certain matchups, but it's going to be very lacking in anything control. Against your control style matchups, it's subpar. About a 4 out of 10. Could potentially work on it, maybe up to a 6, but always in my opinion, right now without more cards, you're going to be sitting at a tier 4 fringe tier 3 deck with that second one we chose. And the winner in today's stream is Booster Control. It is Ruby Steel, and it is, in my opinion, very good. As is, without any work, I would give it a solid 7 out of 10. With work, I believe we could get it to as high as a 9 out of 10. It could be a solid tier 2 contender. We took down Sapphire Steel and Amber, was it Amber Ruby that we played against? Or what was it? I forgot. You have to reload it to see the stats. Notes for the deck: I feel like the curve was really good. I do feel like after game 1, the Whole New World is a great option. So Baker Mayfield just blew it. He threw an interception, and Detroit is going to take over with 1:33 left in the game, up by 8. Baker had a chance to tie the game, and Baker is old school Baker. Congratulations, Tampa Bay. Actually, I should repeat that. Baker had a great season for where he came from. Go Lions. Detroit, not a fan, just supporting them. Back to the deck. Teeth Ambitions at 2. I think it's right. I don't think you need more of them in this deck. I think the curve out is great. The control aspect is there. I think the card draw is there. I think that the end game is perfect at 2 and 4. You can obviously win the game without these 2 late game. You've got some solid contenders in here. Pongo and Goofy are very good. Minnie Mouse, very good. Your 1-drops between Simba and Minnie Mouse are good. You could potentially switch Simba out with Captain Hook. It's just, do you want to draw the card to try and adjust your deck a little bit, or do you want Captain Hook to be that extra challenger there? At the end of the day, yes, 2 thumbs up. Way to go. Booster Control. There you have it. Thanks for tuning in. Had a great time on stream. We're going to continue to do this, continue to dive into Pixelborn. Next week, I think we are going to take a look at the green-gray deck, the Emerald Steel discard deck, and look at the different variants and see what we can do to make that better. It's a contender, but can it be a winner? Booster GGG out. Have a great one, guys. Thank you again.